Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for. You've been searching in the dark, your sweat soaking through the floor. And buried in your bones, there's an ache that you can't ignore. Taking your breath, stealing your mind, and all that was real is left behind. Don't fight it, it's coming for you, running at you. It's only this moment, don't care what can gather. Yeah, feel a dream, can't you see it getting closer? Just surrender, cause you feel the feeling taking over. It's fire, it's freedom, it's flooding open. It's a picture in the puppet and your blood devotion. There's something breaking at the brick of every wall, it's holding all that you know. So tell me, do you want to go? Where it's coming on God nights, where the waves are running at night. Impossible comes true, taking over you. Light it up, we won't come down. And the sun can't stop us now. Watching it come true, taking over you. Colossal, we come these renegades in the rain. Well, the lost get found, every crown of the circus king. Don't fight it, it's coming for you, right into me. It's only this moment, there's something to stop me. Light it up, shine it, and it should let you know. Just a minute, cause you're coming and you want to go. We're coming on God nights, where the waves are running at night. Impossible comes true, intoxicating you.
Whenever you hear the song, you know it is that time of the day, it is that time of the night. When you hear that song, the UEFA Champions League is back tonight. And of course, it is the knockout stage. Anyone that gets beaten tonight, depending on the score on the first leg, would be going out tonight and would be moving into the round of 16. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board. This is Sports Banter right here in the city of Lagos. Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. And of course, my name is the one and the only, maybe I'm not alone in the studio. As always, I am with my ladies. Ladies, good evening. Atarodo, welcome back from sabbatical.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. To our esteemed listeners, they're always, keen, waiting for us at this particular hour. I say, welcome. We are here to talk sports. Everything happening in the world of sport around the world. And is the Champions League night where, magical things happen. So don't go anywhere. Stay with us as we take you around the world of sport.
Yes, you heard that right. Stay with us as we take you into the world of sports. And of course, Joy the Joy Giver is in the building.
Yes, my country people, how that day. I remain an original number one that girl. And of course, Joy the Joy Giver, aka Punja baby. Today is gonna be a great day. One of the champions is going to leave the UEFA Champions League. Which of the champions is gonna leave? Is it Manchester City from Etihad that traveled all the way to Spain, Real Madrid, and to play at the Bernabeu? Who is gonna go home tonight? For me,
tomorrow night.
Just stick around. Just stick around.
Just stick around.
It's
yes,
gonna be tough.
That big game will be going down tomorrow night. By the way, yes. But the Coco Bise, one of the big guys, will definitely be heading back home. Welcome to the show, and of course, let's take a look at the games that are going down tonight. One game has kicked off already at the San Siro. AC Milan versus Feyenoord. And of course, AC Milan is leading now 1-0. They played a 1-1. AC Milan lost at home last week. Away from home, I beg your pardon. AC Milan lost away from home last week. And yes, where they got beaten by Feyenoord 1-0. As it stands right now, that aggregate is 1-1. And of course, later at 9 p.m., we'll be having Atalanta versus Club Brugge. That game ended 2-1 last week in favor of Club Brugge. We don't know what's going to happen tonight, but let's see what will Atlanta be able to turn that around. We have Bayern Munich versus Celtic. Bayern Munich won away from home last week 2-1. And of course, the final game tonight is Benfica versus AS Monaco. And of course, Benfica coming into this one with a 1-goal advantage after beating AS Monaco at home last week. These are the games that will be going down tonight in the UEFA Champions League. But the Kokobi say yes. Quick question before we go on this break and we face the banter of the day. The format of this year's Champions League, have you enjoyed it so far, Okwe?
For me, it's kind of I don't want to use the word confusing. For layman, it's kind of
for people that don't understand.
Yeah, we are used to the former pattern and all of that. We just have to take it like that because it's Champions League. Everybody wants to watch Champions League. Everybody wants to partake in what is going on in the Champions League. I wouldn't say I love it, but what more can I say? I want to watch the Champions.
Do you think it has improved? It has showed any difference from from the former the former pattern? Has it really did it add anything to the pattern of what we are used to?
For me, I wouldn't say it add anything, but I would say it's more confusing, complicating. Yeah, I think that's the word.
Okay.
Right?
Complicated.
I don't want to use confusing.
Yeah,
kind of complicated. For people to really understand what's going on. Like the previous format, we just know that okay. After the group stage, you're moving to the round of 16. People going to Europa League are going, and we know that okay, these people have moved, qualified for the round of 16 and all of that. Then we'll move from there. But this one, it's kind of complicated, like I said.
Very complicated, I guess so. Punja, what are your thoughts on that?
For me, I just think it just added some spice and drama to it because you can't believe some of the teams who are facing each other are now struggling to scale through. So I think it just add a little bit of tension. Some smaller teams are beginning to have hope, and you could see it all through the stages. It was becoming scary if someone like PSG will go through, if someone like Man City will go through, if Real Madrid will go through. Before the way they bring your group stage, that if you don't come tops, you're coming second to qualify. The third person goes to the Europa. But now it becomes a bit you have to be careful, because a smaller team can just pull you down, and at the end of the day you might just find yourself wanting. And that is the situation where we are now, where Man City and Real Madrid are fighting for a spot to qualify into the round of 16. That's the drama I think it has added. And you can say it's confusing. I don't think it's confusing. It's just what it is now, and we have to get used to it.
Well, like Punja said, I guess we have to get used to it. For me, I don't know. Like you said, having the likes of Borussia Dortmund, even PSG fighting,
struggling,
to go into the round of 16. Yeah, you have a point there. But anyways, it is the UEFA Champions League. Now we're going to go on a very quick break. When we come back, we're going to go into the show proper. This is Sports Banter. And of course, if you want to watch us live on Facebook, we are at Mainland 98.3 FM on Facebook right now. And of course, the number to call is 09136 000 410. We'll go on a quick break and we will be back.
Airwaves in your market become more and more crowded. It's time to break it open and really stand out. It's here.
Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos.
Boy fresh to the socks, you know what I'm saying? I know Sufunen no Gene, you know what I mean? Jifurale Chitengene, you know what I mean? I did really make good dinner, you know what I mean? Boy pull up to the socks, you know what I'm saying? Waka for Bayo, hey, Unano Palogene, Baka Wapol de Bayo, and Magone, champagne, but tell them what me. When will you win? All the bunch of me. He can watch us or no fake can address him. I get tantalizer for appetizer. She did more from Boladi. Because if you take the vocal, we'll never keep in the local. My people is a limo JZ, living in Villa Hova. Me, my little man, and the social. More music can take any over and bring your sickest rappers. Sum it up, beach, up on the total. But wakana, it's a day go wakana. It's all my damn muddy shop. You know what? And I'm not take any of them. No, you know, do any of them zinc, more zinc, I take a man and Juni, and when you find Cholo. I can't get title. I got 1 year in my uncle, Jack, watch bicycle. Then my free fight, no bad go for Koro. Manana got picking me while I gave free fight for the Bull Bible. Waka for Bayo. Unano Palogene. Baka Wapol de Bayo. And Wagene. She need the bad, in a symphony, in a package, on your muru, or shake it away. About this, I don't listen, fight away, and tell it away. I don't know my kind of agony. I will obey you again. I know Sufunen no Gene, you know what I mean? Jifurale Chitengene, you know what I mean? I did really make good dinner, you know what I mean? Boy fresh to the socks, you know what I'm saying? I know Sufunen no Gene, you know what I mean? Jifurale Chitengene, you know what I mean? I did really make good dinner, you know what I mean? Boy pull up to the socks, you know what I'm saying? I got a cherry, na sofoneno guinea. Kupuna dono chino, na sofoneno guinea. I go bandeze bain, she knows sofoneno guinea. Be udu ni suawa, no foneno guinea. Akutukune zini fete no la malone. Ubogu no sumeni biano la malobo, honorable chime biese. Nina no kwa malone. Obo chengene no logene. Ah malobo tewe. Ejike buru di genji. You know find no wagi di genji. But your banks in the media. When else in the charge. Hey, the one in Bonine. Look another year. What is she? The one in Bonine. Anam.
When the airwaves in your market become more and more crowded. It's time to break it open and really stand out. It's here.
Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos.
Welcome back to the show. If you're just joining us, this is Sports Banter right here at Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. We are live right now on Facebook at Mainland 98.3 FM. And of course, if you want to call into the studio, 09136000410, that is the number to call. So yes, while we were talking earlier on before going on a break, Dame Lady Siska walked into the studio. Welcome. Good evening, ma. How is you?
I'm very well, thank you. Please, ma'am.
Is everything okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome to the show. And of course, let's go straight into the conversation of the day. Now, drama happened in the La Liga during the week, even yesterday, in the game between Barcelona and Rayo Vallecano. And of course, the match between Osasuna and Real Madrid that ended 1-1. Right now, taking a look at the La Liga and the way the table stands right now, they've all played 24 games. Barcelona is leading with 51 points, same point with Real Madrid. Now, here's the catch. Barcelona have won 16 games. Real Madrid have won 15. And of course, Barcelona is stopping with a goal difference of 40 and Real Madrid 29. And I've seen a lot of videos and people, questioning what is happening in the La Liga. It's almost as if it's Real Madrid versus La Liga. And the controversial red card that happened in the game between Real Madrid and Osasuna that ended in a 1-1 draw with Jude Bellingham calling the referee, using the F word against the referee. Now, first of all, the referee in his report has come out to say that he's been getting threats from a lot of Real Madrid fans as to why he gave Jude Bellingham that red card. But first things first, Real Madrid's coach, I like the fact that he's backing his player. There are some coaches that will come out and throw their players under the bus, right? In as much as maybe Jude Bellingham might be wrong, but he's not come out to say that. Now, Jude has come out to say he was not referring using the F word to the referee, but referee says even if some of these referees don't even hear English, you see that F word, then they hear him. But he meant he was not talking to the referee because he used the F word and the F word with off. Referee said he heard the F word and you. So he had to give him the red card. Now, my point is, in that game, Real Madrid ought to have gotten about 3 penalties that were overlooked. He ended up in a draw. In fact, it was a struggle because after that red card, they were able to hold it down for that game to end in a 1-1 draw. Now, looking at Barcelona and their game against Rayo Vallecano, which I think Rayo Vallecano should have won that game, but for some weird reason, they did not win the game. Even when they deserved the penalty, it was not given to them. The questions on a lot of people's lips, myself, is the fact that is the La Liga trying to favor Barcelona to win the league as against Real Madrid? Because I've seen a lot of videos, even on TikTok, with the tag Real Madrid versus La Liga. It's not Real Madrid versus even their own biggest rival. It is Real Madrid versus the La Liga because Jude Bellingham faces a lengthy ban because of that red card. Because he's also come out to say in English they use that word, like even when they are, because sometimes you can't even control how a player reacts because how frustrated they can be. But the question tonight is Real Madrid, is La Liga favoring Barcelona to win the league? with all of this drama going on with referees not granting Real Madrid penalties, but you're doing that for Barcelona?
So with all this, and when you said, when English for English
players, yes,
yeah, they use the F word, like literally, it's like normal thing to them. And
for
the
them,
song dropped in my head. I don't know, maybe you know the song. It's by Sting. It's an old song. I'm an alien. I'm an illegal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York.
Oh.
And there's a saying that when you are in Rome, you behave like Roman. Yeah, you are an Englishman. Yeah. But when you are in Spain, you
behave like a Spanish guy.
Exactly. So I'm not trying to like be on the side of the referee. Like Madrid have thrown in an appeal.
Yes, of course.
For the red card, and there'll be a constructive investigation concerning that. Aside that, you said if Real Madrid is playing if La Liga is against Real Madrid, it might look like that. In as much as I'm not a Barcelona fan, but we are trying to educate our listeners.
Yeah.
I don't think sometimes when things don't work for your favor, you start thinking big. Your brain starts functioning in a different way, and I think that is what is happening with Madrid and their fan, because a whole lot of things have not been going their way. Madrid is a big club. Madrid, for like how many seasons now, they've owned the La Liga, they've owned the Europe, and now it's as if things are just slipping
away from their hands.
So they'll think in that direction. And for the match that happened during the weekend, I think there are some words. We are human. Maybe the man, you don't even mention F in his front. He doesn't want to know. Maybe you are even saying it to the A. But there is something happening. There is a game, and he obstructed the game, and emotion ran through Bellingham. Maybe he said it to the thin air. Maybe he said it to the coach.
According
maybe
to him,
he personally said it to himself. The referee does not care at that moment. The game is at hand, and he needs to do what he has to do. I will wait for the investigation to be carried out. Then I will know, okay, if the referee's emotion was high on that particular match. And for Barcelona, I think we've complained about refereeing. It's all over the world. It's if you go to the EPL, it's like that. If you go to almost all the European teams, referees sometimes they are hindering the beautiful game. So for me, I think we just need to sit right back and see how everything pans out. If the league is won by Madrid at the end of the day, or is won by Barcelona, I just want justice to be done. I want things to be done in the right way.
Right way.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
Barcelona is your team. What do you make of this situation?
Well, I think I would let's not put it in a way of whether team supporting Barcelona or Real Madrid or anything. I'll start off with the Bellingham one, and I'll start off by saying this. What does the rule says? There is a rule to the game, and if foul language is being used in the game, it is right there. Go there. The footballers, the players, they've got the guidelines. They have the constitution. It is right there in the law 12 of the beautiful game of the brown letter game. If you use foul language against a referee, he now has the authority to say, or he might decide to say, you know what, I want to sanction you. And it depends on the kind of sanction that he wants to sanction, because when you insult, it becomes offensive. It is offensive, it is abusive when you use a foul language that is not supposed to be used in the game of football. So it is now left, like I said, in the referee's decision to say, you know what, I want to give a yellow card for this foul language. Or you might even decide to look away and say, you know what, okay, I take it, and no problem. But the most important thing, that you don't use foul language in the game of football. If you do, you will be sanctioned. That's just the fact. And saying, oh, they are getting red card, other players too, other clubs too are getting red card. Barcelona got red card in the last game before the one they played against Rayo Vallecano, even though people were saying, oh, it wasn't, the tackle wasn't much, but the referee felt that how will I put it now, that there was a tackle, and he decided to give a straight red card to Fermin Lopez. And this wasn't even something that they were debating. Even at the point when they started to debate, the guy was like, this is what it is. And it was a straight red card. So let's also be mindful. In as much as it is a game of football, we should always detach emotion from it. What does the rule say? Is this what the rule is saying? Then we go by the rules. Then talking about the fact that a referee favoring, well, I don't know where that conversation is coming from. Because if you say that... you cannot tell me that the
it's a conversation going on social media right now. It's a trending conversation, actually.
You can't tell me that the all referee are against Real Madrid.
I don't know.
You can't say that. And that's why there is a video assistant referee. That's why there is a VAR. And if the VAR eventually, the major referee comes, if he sees a tackle or if he sees something, he goes to the VAR. He tells them, we saw the game, we watched the game yesterday. And he says to them, you know, I want to go and confirm from other referees, from the VAR and everything. And they come back to him and say, you know what, this is what it is, and it is what it is. Please, let's try to remove emotions from the game. It kills the game. In as much as we love our team, we love our clubs, we love the players, but then we should always go by the rules and regulations. We've seen a lot of situations whereby Barcelona was supposed to get a penalty, but it wasn't issued, perhaps for what reason that I don't know. So I still stick with the fact that, what does the rule say? If this is what the rule is saying, please abide by the rules and do not bring in emotion to the game. That's just it.
Okay, do not bring in emotions to the game. 09136 000410. That is the number to call. 09136 000410. Punja, what do you make of this?
Only one song came to my mind.
Okay.
Turn by turn, turn by turn. If now your turn, where the referee favor you, you will be happy. If no be your turn, when the decision, when the referee take no favor you, you will be sad. Now the case where they happen, so yeah. So Real Madrid fan, they are right. Because this decision did not favor them. This is one of your star boys, your players, in that kind of a manner is very, very painful. So it's normal for them to rant. But on the other hand of Barcelona, if things they work for you, my sister, I go to like say na jazz. Everything go just a turn around for your good.
Yeah.
You get me? So it's normal for people to express themselves the way they feel like it, but the rules is the rule. You can't take it out. You can't come and be insulting someone that is older than you. This is not a small game. Like, it's a big game. People are watching all over the world, and you use some kind of derogatory words against a referee. He has the power. At that point, he's bigger than you, the star boy. Because anybody will hold referee, anybody will hold whistle for field, they get power. So any decision he wants to take, good and fine. So you, the player, you need to be sensitive to know that at this point, things not in your hand. You see that it's in the hand of your opponent, or it's in the hand of the referee, or it's in the hands of the linesman. Whatsoever they call, you have to play. You have to dance to the tune. So that was what happened. So normally, normal English boy kind of thing. So if you say, if na EPL, yes, they see most of them go say F this one. Then we even see the
their words. Yes, we've seen a lot of them say it when a referee doesn't go their way.
Exactly, you can read their lips. You hear it pronounced like, but it is what it is. Another person does not have the patience to take that kind of word. If you like, just say na up you use or na you use or na off you use the man has the right. At that point, he took the best decision, and the player Bellingham was sanctioned for his action. So next time, I think when he comes back, he will be more careful, because if you keep excusing these players for bad behavior, we have younger ones who are looking up to them as role model. So if you, as that kind of a player, is exhibiting such attitude towards a referee on the field of play, and younger ones are looking at you, what do you want them to learn? So for me, take the lesson, take your L and move on. But those people crying on social media, they are just ranting. It's normal thing. There's nothing La Liga versus what's it they call them? Versus Real Madrid. It's just what it is. Win your game, win it. Win it. Stop dragging with Osasuna. Beauty them play like a real. Stop dragging with them. Win your game, clear and clear. You know. No, they wait for referee assistant or maybe person call penalty for call penalty. When you have your chance, just go and score and get off the pitch.
And get off the pitch.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just wanted to also add, just like I said, Punja, for the fact that it's done in EPL doesn't mean it is right. For the fact that in EPL that they say they use the F word, it doesn't mean that it is right. And that was why I had to go to the code of conduct. If you go to the football code of conduct, law 12, it is there.
You know that even with the conduct, you can't control the emotions of players.
Sometimes
you can't.
That's what I'm saying. The situation comes, but then again, the referees at that point they might decide to look.
But I also think that because I feel like referees that look away understand that it's just
English Premier League.
The face of the referee.
So
it looked as if he
has
something personal against the player because the way he
that's my problem. Exactly.
You know that truly maybe
I mean, I go see the picture. Me not be like say, let me exaggerate. That's why I came with the way I said, and people are really, this whole conversation going on social media.
Body language tells a different story. Like I have something personal against this guy. Like
we react to things differently. I might come to do maybe.
Okay, maybe now this is where Belly and talk now. Make
babe, we are talking about referee and player. We saw what is it Cannavaro and Zidane did.
Yeah,
that was the final of a World Cup. The entire world, the globe was watching. And the guy could not take what
he said.
He had boots the guy.
He was ready to bend the whole consequences.
He forgot that a World Cup final with a play. Was it World Cup final?
Yes, it's a World Cup final.
He completely forgot France, Italy. He completely forgot, and he went straight to the head. That was the only thing that came to his mind at that point. So truly, emotions can be really high in situations like that. Real Madrid currently they are in already. At some point they were leading. You think maybe they're gonna win this league? In fact, with a lot of points.
They were leading with about 9 points.
Now they have closed in. Barcelona has closed in. Atletico Madrid is right behind there. So the pressure is high now. So you can any outburst can come from any player, and most especially when you are the boy. Everybody's looking up to to turn up things, and you get some kind of. Put yourself in some kind of difficult situation, your emotions will just. So I guess even him, when he goes back, will be like, oh my god, I shouldn't have. But
it is what it is. At the end of the day, Real Madrid were leading with 7 points. They've dropped points in the last 3 games. They lost 1, they drew 2, and that was how Barcelona was able to close in on them. And as it stands right now anybody will drop points. That's what it is, because they are on the same points.
It's even still open for the 3 teams.
Anybody can
anybody. So you coming
we
to
are
say,
going all the way to May.
They are favoring Barcelona. It's a big lie, because it's still open. I can still say that this league has automatically gone to Barcelona, because we've got 12 points and it is not 12 games, and it is not guaranteed that Barcelona will win all the games. Neither is it guaranteed that Real Madrid will win all the games or Atletico Madrid. So it's still an open field for every of the team to spring up surprise for themselves and take the center stage. That's what I feel.
But you can't blame the fans. It is you.
That's what I'm saying. Opinion. That's what I'm saying.
For you,
that's what you think. But a lot of people that have been following the La Liga closely, closely, and seeing where the games have been going, and the ones coming out to make this claim of it's Real Madrid against La Liga. I saw a lot of stories, and the funny thing is, people saying this thing, they'll present you with evidence, video, and analogy.
Yeah.
Of the games that Real Madrid have played and of the games Barcelona have played, where some referees would favor Barcelona, and when it comes to Real Madrid team, like I said, their last game was crazy. This one, nobody said and tell me. I watch them and I saw how crazy it was. That's even the angle I'm coming from. I'm not saying the La Liga is favoring Real Madrid, but because of what I saw is the reason why I'm even saying what I'm saying. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Hi, good evening. What's your name?
My name is Sam from Mowe.
Sam from Mowe.
Well done for what you are doing.
Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much.
But I'm happy to join you. I think this is the first time I'm joining you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Caller.
Thank you.
There is no how we can vote from here is saying that we should vote. Where the goal is, so what do we do? Go be happy now. Everybody will shout of happiness. When they go for a gift, what will you do? We show sadness now.
Yeah.
So the goal is saying that so expressive. The only thing we can say is that that is and that this is what I mean competition between the never stop.
I hear you so well, but thank you very much for calling. And of course, 0913-600-410. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. What's your name?
If I never call, never complete.
Yes, Mr. Adewale, welcome on the show.
Adewale additional.
And we always wait for your call too.
You see, this issue is very bad. Because number one, if somebody is looking at a role model, imagine as I am now. Somebody is looking at me and say, okay, this guy is doing so well. I want to be like this person. Then you not see me doing nonsense, doing rubbish.
Mr. Adewale, role model self, they do mistake, oh, you know.
We know, we are women. But there are some things your sense knows. I have to tell you, say this is no good.
It's common sense. Common sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are adults. Like if you want to steal, you know it's bad.
Yeah.
So why do you do it? In that is insult self, and the person you are insult is not even your mate. And if even Florentino Perez is a player in that pitch, the referee is bigger than that guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's normal thing. So I don't even say anything about you. Juvenia and come back. Make a caution yourself. Because you know makes sense. Some player they look you. Say I won't be like this guy. If they come say now they do that kind of thing. You don't see me to do that kind of thing. You don't see go tell people we don't do Madrid. And I say nah they didn't want to do that. We know some people we need to talk to referee. No, that one.
Mr. Adewale.
To referee. Now woman be to woman.
Now, Bobby, don't.
So referee na Jesus.
Madrid, they are doing too much. Every time complain.
Okay.
Every time complain.
It's okay. No complain.
Let me tell you something. There are sometimes like 15 matches, they will be opponent penalty against Madrid. Go and check. Even there are some matches where we say you could do see this one a penalty. But when Madrid begin to talk, see the referee they do for them. And I say, okay, you want to do that, go to too much of talk sometimes. They will bring people close to you. So something they would not do for you, they go do them. Because then they complain about them already. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Thank you,
Thank
Mr.
you very much,
Adewale.
Mr. Adewale, for calling. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, stories like this will continue to happen, you know, especially when we have irregularities when it comes to refereeing. I remember when Punja was upset, you know, for refereeing when the FA Cup two weeks ago when we were watching the FA Cup and the madness that happened.
It was against
it was Manchester United, Leicester City. Then we saw Man City again, you know, you understand. So obviously,
so that's why
like
I
this
said
will continue to happen.
That's why I said that you know, when you go
imagine when you're watching your team, you say your team supposed to get penalty and you not get the penalty, you will be frustrated to say some things.
That's why I'm saying that, you know, different stroke for different people. You know, for the referee, Bella might have been trying all those things for different referee. they'll be like, they'll look away.
They'll just feel like
this was just
frustrated. But if you see the face, Mama,
if you go on the street, who are you? Even if now you be your president, do you understand? I don't know your boyfriend. I can bet you that Belen will have been trying that thing to different referee when he's
because it's not the first time.
It's not the first time. And it's not the first Englishman playing in Spain that will do that thing.
It
will not be.
It will not be.
And don't also forget that these referees do they have conversation amongst themselves, and they
course.
could have been So this one I gave him the red card and I said, "Did they go give you know that kind of did they go beat him?"
Yeah.
So that's the scenario. Did they go tell me that thing? I'll just give him straight red. I'm not going to even look twice. So it just have to be, be watchful.
Well, we wait to see the amount of sanction or the number of games that he's going to miss as it stands. But we have to go on this very short break. When we come back, we have some other sports stories that we have to take. It's still the night of the Champions League, and of course, that drama is already unfolding. We will be back.
You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM.
She don't give me something. Roja, I don't even tell you no more. Like she do me karashika. No time no feel it. Me wait to John Cena. I say as you die. Baby girl, now you make up this time. My life, I just find the soul, that's why your shoes shine. Then you go be mine. You got to be my man. For you I pay the price. Oh Gigi, if I do you, then my baby do, I'm sorry. You say I get too many girls that understood. But now you did my mind, I swear, now you did my mind. I swear I know the lie, I did my heart, you had it time. Let's go, you blow my mind, and I know 59. Let's go, you do me bad. It's all I do for the baby. I wanted to touch my phone booty. If I'm killing my own, sticking out like that, it's full of love for that. But this love is real. Don't know like that. No, I never shine. You forgot that, but I don't say but I need make us pay you on my dollar now. But I did for my body. Top of the rock, we keep on having you. Okay, come on. I need the You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM.
Welcome back to the show, and of course, still sports banter right here, 09136000410 if you want to join into the conversation that we are having tonight. And of course, it is still the UEFA Champions League night, and a lot is going to go down tonight. Some teams will be sent home, and while some teams will be progressing to the round of 16 and in the UEFA Champions League. And of course, AC Milan Feyenoord has ended. That game ended 1-1, and AC Milan yes, have been knocked out of the UEFA Champions League by Feyenoord. Goal aggregate 1-2. Feyenoord winning this one. Yes, and of course, later at 9 p.m. in less than 13 minutes, Atlanta versus Club Brugge will be facing off. Bayern Munich versus Celtic and Benfica versus AS Monaco will be going head to head. A quick one, and I want us to take this story, just a few talks and a few take on it. As to what Obi Mikel is slamming Sancho, saying that he deceived Chelsea fan. To be honest, I think he did. Personally, I think he did. Punja, no, this one we not go talk too much on now. We're not going to dwell too much on it. But do you think Sancho deceived Chelsea fan? You know that first spark that we saw in the first few games, and all of a sudden, Sancho is nowhere to be found.
First, I would say is not deceit. Yes, because when you play with children, you become a child by yourself. Yes.
Oh, so you think he's playing with children?
He's playing with children.
They are your children.
Yes, they are my babies. So when you go meet small pikin, you don't go treat them as adults. You go think like the small pikin, so that I go relate on the same level. So he's relating with the children that he's meeting on the field. Not the ball where you see now you go kick. Yes. So now people will be saying they play with 9 turn them to the other way. We've seen Sancho. Sancho is a fantastic all-round player.
Yeah, true that. True that.
So if in Dortmund, and you could see the players in Dortmund, senior men, chairmen, and they will challenge you. For Chelsea, nobody they challenge Sancho. Now he be your guy by himself. You know how many players senior there by age. Now what I thought say when you meet children, you behave like the picky. So it's not about night market. Now what you meet for there, now in the flow with. If you meet chairman there, you have to sit up, because if you don't sit up, you're not going to get a shot to play. You sit on the bench. But if you sit down for bench, you they want put Natata, they go see they put for field. So at the end of the day, is what Chelsea has as a team that he's managing and playing with.
Yes. Do you think that you Chelsea fans?
Night market.
Night market.
Thank God say
don't talk that one. No matter of say loan or loaner.
It's not about loaner.
Do you want to compare Mason Mount from Chelsea to Manchester United to Jadon Sancho to Chelsea? Compare it now. Who buy night market? If you want to talk true, who buy night market? How many games that
buy now?
Mason Mount don't buy?
It doesn't matter.
So see, leave Mason Mount matter.
No, I think night market. I give you the example of a real night market.
Chef Punja no talk when.
Oh, you talk your talk.
You ask for my opinion. I'm saying my own opinion. It's concern you. Now you say you buy person or guy where they play with children. You don't buy or guy anything. See, the only place Sancho played like the Sancho was in Dortmund. When he came to United, he didn't replicate that form in United. Okay, we thought he was having
bench.
He was having the coach. Maybe you are the creator.
That's solo.
I Punjabe no put mouth for my matter.
You know they put mouth for our matter.
Chelsea.
I don't talk. Who they follow you talk Messi Mount? Now
they tell you now they tell you
exactly when buy Sancho. Now he buy Messi Mount. He buy nonsense. Give Manchester United. He did not replicate that form in Dortmund in Manchester United. That's what I'm saying. So maybe your club is Chelsea. You felt now well for you, but for me, he didn't do jack in Manchester United.
I'm not faulting him. His performance in Chelsea. I'm just saying the people he met in Chelsea, they are kids.
These boys are just first and so you think the boys shaped the way he plays right now?
That's not true.
I'm giving you an example. Can you relate as you deal as full adults like this? Can you relate with a 2 or 3 year old child the same way you are thinking? I expect the same way that child should think with you. Well, in a way, I understand your angle you're coming from, because Sancho has a very wild experience. Yeah, if you don't know, Sancho has played with bigger boys.
Yes, I understand, but that's not an issue. We've seen what is this guy's name? The Brazilian that
let's round up on this.
That left Chelsea to Fluminense in Brazil. He played with guys too, but in work show, his shoe shine, in face show. So why are you telling me that he's playing with
I feel it is neither here or there, because there are a lot of examples that I can cite. Take for instance the likes of this guy that went from Chelsea to what's his name? Chelsea to Real Madrid, and it was nowhere to be found. Eden Hazard. He was doing pretty well, you know. And we also saw a player like Dembele from PSG to Barcelona, and you know, he didn't really do that prolific, like fantastic. Like
he was playing with Messi and Neymar.
He was doing.
You will not see
so you're not of the opinion that it's about because of the players that
I'm really not, because currently as we speak, what's his name? Lewandowski. He's playing with the boys. Then again, he still performs, even though not 100% because of age and all of that. But then again, I feel he still performs to an extent that wants him.
It's not an excuse. Okay, he's right on this one.
Thank you very much. It's okay, Mitigbo. No, so let's come back to the continent of Africa. The CAF Under 20 AFCON. Yes, that is going to happen in April. Nigeria is in Group B, and of course in Group A we have Cote d'Ivoire and Unifactu. I don't understand what that is, but yeah, DR Congo, Ghana, and Tanzania. Then there is Nigeria in Group B, Egypt, South Africa, Morocco, and in Group C, Senegal, Zambia, Kenya, and Sierra Leone. Now, if you look at the history of these tournaments, Nigeria are the most successful team, when it comes to the CAF Under 20 AFCON competition. They've won it in 1983, 1985, 1987, 1989, 2005, 2011, and 2015. Now, it's been over 10 years since Nigeria, won this particular trophy. Do we stand a chance in this group? Nigeria, Egypt, South Africa, Morocco. Siska.
Well, this is it. I don't know how we want to play the game, or I don't know how we want to stage. But at this point in time, I feel even the level, irrespective whether Super Eagles or the whole enthusiasm has actually dropped. So sometimes I just feel, are we still in Nigeria? Are we still competing? And when things like this come up, that's when we begin to do our mathematics and do our calculation. There are so many things I wanted to say, but let's just leave it the way it is, because I heard so many things, but I think it's just a conversation that we have to discuss off air. If not, people will just come at us and say, you know what? Oh yeah, back on our load you go. So I just feel the enthusiasm has actually dropped.
Has dropped.
Yeah.
Punja, what are our chances in this tournament?
Well, it's a very tough group stage, very, very tough. I'm talking about South Africa, who they have made themselves a rival to even our big boys. Anytime we meet it at any competition, from the Bafana to the Bayana, anytime they hear Nigeria, they just want to go at us. Also looking at Morocco has become a hub for sports. The development has been immense, if we must say. So I think with the preparation of all of these teams, Morocco, also talking about Egypt, we always have a problem playing against all the North African team on all levels, from the big boys to the Super Eagles, and it's always a struggle when we face the North African guys. It's a tough one. Can we do it? Yes, of late we've started grooming players who I feel, if we really take care of them, welfare, exposure, they can deliver. Talent has never been a question for us. We always have the raw talent, to present. But
nurturing.
Yes, but how do we prepare them? How do we prepare them for this tournament? So I feel it's a tough one, but can we do it? Yes, we can do it. So I'm rooting for Nigeria to come out of this.
One.
Yes.
Okay, what are our chances?
So our chances, looking at the fixtures, you feel okay, it's big, but when it comes to age grade, I think we are more luckier yes, we have North African teams, but when it comes to age grade, I think Nigeria are way better than all those things. We might not have the infrastructure, we might not have the right thing to do, but age grade, I think we are better. And Zuberi has come out to say that we should leave all those teams that we are seeing, that he believes in his players, despite the fact that some of these players have moved. Daniel Daga is in Europe now, and all of that. But I believe that they can do something in these fixtures, in this group. I think we can come out, and whether we win it, I don't know.
Okay, Mr. Adewale, you have less than 1 minute to wrap this up for us, because we're already out of time.
Oh, we are struggling to hear.
We're struggling to hear you. We are struggling to hear you. So, ladies, a quick one before we leave the studio. Manchester City, Real Madrid, who qualifies tomorrow? Okay.
Madrid now.
You've been calling. Wrap this up for us in 30 seconds.
Thank you. See, about Sancho. When he is down, that will be down. What about Obama? He's playing down. He's very well dedicated. The whole team is down. So they are best players. So when the team is playing, everybody will be together.
Okay, thank you very much. We cannot take any more calls because I'm seeing calls are coming in. Punja, Man City, Real Madrid, who goes through tomorrow?
Man City.
Siska, who goes through tomorrow? Real Madrid, Man
Let's be
City.
realistic. Madrid will go through.
Madrid had external and internal problem.
No, not before you.
Not in Champions
No,
League.
not before you.
We'll come back tomorrow.
And not against this current
We'll come back
Manchester
next week.
City.
Anyways, Real Madrid is leading 3-2 in this one, and I feel like it's a very big ask for Man City to turn this around. At the end of the day, we'll see what is going to happen. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Please wrap this up. What's your name? 30 seconds. You know that time.
Sᴘᴏʀᴛ Yusuf, calling from Mission.
Sulaimon, what do you want to talk?
Please, let me just tell you something. They are against Real Madrid in that La Liga. Go and watch against Osasuna and their last match.
Okay.
I'm telling you, just go and watch it.
Okay.
The penalty they're supposed to give for us in Champions League is not given. And they now bring it back in the league in our last match.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go and watch it.
Okay, go and watch it. So that's how we leave the studio. Thank you very much to every single person that called into the show. We'll be back again next week, Tuesday, from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. But until then, the ladies are saying what? Good night.